Good afternoon, um, good morning, good evening to some. Um, Happy Saturday, happy weekend. Welcome to all of you. It took us a little bit to come on because of technical difficulty. We nearly did not come on today, but we are grateful to be on. But welcome and welcome to today's edition. Today's the last Saturday in July of 2022. Uh, in our history as human beings, there will be no more, never ever, or July 30th of 2022. There will be no more. So this is the last Saturday. Make good use of it. Enjoy your time uh, with friends, loved ones, and family. Uh, Stay safe. But we want to welcome all of you to today's edition, to the show today. Welcome, welcome, and welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being patient and tolerant with us. Today we have just one subject, as you can see. Is unity possible within the opposition? We're going to talk about the opposition today, as always. I know some people want us to go around in cycles and regurgitate the same things, talk about one thing over and over and over again. Uh, but we have a lot to talk about today, just about the opposition. There is a lot going on within the opposition. There are conversations going on. We are aware of some of these conversations. We are in the knowledge and the know of some of these conversations. We are. But we want to welcome you to this show and to this edition. Like I said, today Saturday, July 30th. Let's invite someone. Let's welcome others. Share the show. Um, a lot to talk about today. Just a lot to talk about. And we want to wish Tell congratulations. Today is the inauguration of Telvi and the rest of the members of, I think, the Dallas, and I stand to be corrected, the Dallas Liberian Association. Telvi is one of the board members. She will be inaugurated today. They will be put in office. Let me put it that way, today. So we'll say congratulations to Telvi. Uh, we trust, pray, and believe that she will do what she has to do for the Liberian people in her city, her area, and so forth. So yes. So welcome to the show. Let's share the show. A lot of things to talk about, like I said. Uh, we'll also talk about the most recent situation with the Unity Party. What's really happening? What's behind closed doors? There are a lot of things to talk about. Like I said, there are a lot of things to talk about. But again, congratulations to Telvi. Congrats, Telvi. We're fully in support of you um, in your new joining with the Liberian Association. We want to welcome each and every one of you. Those of you watching us from Liberia, Europe, Asia, and other parts of the world, say thank you, and thank you. Good to be back on SKTV. Yesterday we were on with mental health and wellness. We had a very good conversation that will continue this Friday. The time has changed. Um, our timing has changed. Monday will not be here. We start a different new joining. You will be hanging out with Siku. But let's see how that joining goes. By the grace of God, we'll do some adjustments in our schedule. And we can get back on course. But for the meantime, and in the meantime, we would not be going that route. You wouldn't have us. But let's share the show, please. Share the show, share the show, share the show. Like I said, a lot to talk about. Sekou will be joining us. That is for sure. For sure, Sekou will be joining us. Let me get to other news and make some quick clarity here. In other news, or from some of the reports we have been getting, the CPP is headed for some very, very big, Donald Trump is saying, big announcement. For some very, very big announcement, the CPP. Some claimed in the past that the CPP was dead, the CPP was not alive, and the CPP was not relevant. But from sources and information we have gathered, the CPP is offered some serious announcement that will shift some things around. So watch out for the CPP in the next few days. This is to tell you the people that have been passing around saying the CPP was not alive. You'll prove them wrong. They're either liars or they choose deliberately not to be in touch with the facts or reality. And that is the problem we have within the political arena. It's a big problem for all of us as Liberians. Big, big problem. So the CPP will be making some announcements here. We've even been told, we've even heard that there would be some endorsements. There would be some endorsements. So watch out for that. Watch out for that. I'm not going to go into the nitty-gritty of it, but those endorsements, those announcements would come up very, very soon, sooner than you would think. Some of you have heard from other stations that the opposition wants to unite. Yes, there are conversations going on in the opposition. It is a normal thing in political parties or in politics. It is a normal thing. It is a normal thing. It is a normal thing for these different situations to be going on. It's a normal thing. So a lot of conversations are going on. A lot of people are talking. A lot of things are happening. Here is the only thing that I want to caution all of you that would listen to this. That we can say in Labrador, nobody's stupid here. That statement means a lot. Please don't let nobody lie to you. Let them say the truth. And if you don't know the truth, then ask the necessary questions. It's important for you to ask questions. Yes, there are ongoing conversations, like I said, in the opposition. Some people are trying with dry face and arrogance to go under the table and try to wipe the wrong they've done. But again, keep in mind with dry face and arrogance. You know, let me say that, maybe I'll repeat it when it's show time here. When you wrong someone, you don't use the word, you extend olive branch. That does not make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It's like I wrong you. And I say to you, instead of me coming to apologize, I forget about that part. And I tell the word, or I tell other people, or I make it seem like you wrong me. Listen, don't allow nobody to fool you. Don't allow nobody to fool you. I'll wait when we do the musical break and everything, we get to the real show. I have a serious message for Mr. Alexander Cummings and the ANC people. I do. I have a message for Alexander Cummings and the ANC people. But I want to make sure that we're ready and we're well seated for me to tell Mr. Alexander Cummings and the Liberian people what's going on. I do. This mentality that we have in Liberia, where we say you need everybody to win. That's not true. That is not true. You don't need everybody to win. That is not true. You do not need everybody to win in politics. I'm saying it again, you do not. I challenge anyone to disprove this fact. It's a fact that you don't need everybody. It's also a fact, as evidenced by that not everybody will support you, but you can still win when everybody don't support you. Go check the records. Even Charles Taylor, who is claimed at this point to have won by big numbers in our country's history. Everybody didn't support him. You need some people. You don't need everybody. And you need people who have track record of winning. I'll say again, you need people who have track record of winning, who know how to make people to win. You don't need a bunch of losers, loose mouths, people who don't bring anything to the table. They're not an addition. You don't need these people. This idea that you have to suck up and kiss up to everybody to win is a problem. It is a problem. And I'll say, there is no formal enemy. Anybody that takes you to court, especially if you've done nothing wrong, anybody that plot against you, for the way, listen, people can say, oh, politicians don't keep grudge. No, that aren't true. Politicians are human beings. I'm saying that is a stupid mindset when you say politicians don't keep grudge. Politicians are human beings. You'll pass around, you'll try to intellectualize these things or whatever it is. From the way Mr. Alexander Cummings was humiliated, he and his wife were disgraced and disrespected. The people who orchestrated this, the people who lie on him. If y'all should get back in bed with these same people, then it shows that for you're desperate. There are huge numbers of Liberians that didn't vote. Reach out to them. Forget about these people These people don't mean well. When it's not going their way, then they come by the alley, they want to be friendly. They don't want to be friendly. They don't want to be friendly. There is no formal enemy. These guys don't want to be friendly. These guys don't want to be friendly. I'm saying it today. These guys don't want to be friendly. I'd rather lose with my pride intact and my integrity intact than to mess myself up with a bunch of bad actors, bad people. If you do what you did to Alexander Cummings to me, if you do that to me, you text me, I will text you because I'm mature. I will say, hello, what's up, what's up? But I will draw lines. There is in no way, shape, or form you are coming around. Especially, what are you bringing to the table? What are you bringing? You're not bringing money. You're not bringing human being. What are you bringing? What are you bringing? The things that you even talk that people don't even respect it because everybody know who you are. And now these same people you want to go sit down because they got a couple of friends around them that want to do the connection with y'all to say this. You'll try that nonsense. You'll try it. You'll try it. You'll try it. This country must move forward. And if this country must move forward, then people must be held accountable. This is how accountability starts. You don't allow people to do any kind of thing and just walk away and say, oh, in the name of politics, oh, it was all politics. It's not politics. It was not politics. No, it was not politics. It was not politics. It was never politics. It was never politics. Don't let nobody fool you and say, well, politics, oh, we need to come together to remove George Weah. Removing George Weah should not be the issue. It should not be the issue here. If removing George Weah is the issue, then the country is going nowhere. Removing George Weah should not be the issue. It should not be the issue. The scene where how people were stuck with removing Ellen and removing the UP. So people opted for George Weah. We got this beautiful nonsense that we have today in George Weah. At the same thing, you're starting again. You must unite to remove George Weah with no common sense, no common goal, no agenda. But let's just unite and remove George Weah. What sense does that make? Yeah, then it shows that all the opposition is about hate. They hate George Weah. That's what it shows. Period. Because there is no agenda. What in bringing you all together? What in you all come together for? Removing George Weah is not an issue. George Weah is doing everything to remove himself anyways, so it makes the case easier for you guys. What you guys need to start doing is to start going among yourselves and plugging out those people who are there that don't need to be there. Because removing George Weah is not an issue. Just sit around and think that George Weah is a problem. Just sit around and think George Weah is a problem. Just sit around and really think George Weah is the problem. And the solution is you might just come together with no agenda, no goals, no plan. But let's just go remove George Weah. You're cool. You're hanging with anybody just to remove George Weah, you're cool. You're getting any kind of deals to remove George Weah, you're cool. You're cool. The scene where summer of 2019 where Vast Alexander Cummings not to join CPP. He joined CPP. Let Alexander Cummings go join and be on Costa and bandwagon and nonsense again. The other one not coming. You think there is former enemy? You really think Costa and you really they won't be friendly with you? You really think so? You better wake up. You better wake up. You even understand these things. You think this is a joke? When we talk, people think it's a hate. It's not about hate. It's about the facts. There are some people that you stay away from. Point blank, period. You maintain a relationship with them from distance. Keep it moving. Everybody go their separate ways. But not everybody you can be friends with in this world. But not everybody. Even in the scripture, it says, if possible, be at peace with your enemies. Sit down there, you'll be passing around, be talking about that politics. The politics. That politics. That politics. Y'all go make deals again behind closed door. Let it bring their friend in, and you'll sit down and you'll talk. Yeah, you just forget it. You know, that politics, it was in the heat of the moment. It was not in the heat of no moment. It was not in the heat of moment. It was not in the heat of moment. It was not in the heat of moment. No, it was not. The same way how I would not sit down here. Anytime, anywhere, and allow anybody to lie or anybody I know the truth, I don't speak out. I'll say, these people lied on you. Mr. Cummings. They insulted and disrespected you and your wife that day at the court. God go send again, go behind the hall. Gab, I won't call certain names then because people will know what's going on. Get certain people that they call you in the corner that go talk and see the plot that coming. You think the man really want you to be president? You think the man really want for you? You ain't get anything. We're getting there. We're getting there small. Let's sit down. We're getting there. You'll be there. You'll be making friends. You'll be there. You'll be there. I like what Musa Belede says today. Let me say it to you. All of you who passing around. I challenge any man or woman that has followed the Liberian politics. Costa is nothing. He is zero balance. Whether that numbers, from the qualitative standpoint, from the quantitative standpoint, he brings no number to the table. He has made no one to win elections before in his life, single-handedly. Yes, it not happened. The only person that he ride on to win election because he saw there was a force behind the person was Darius DeLong. Besides that, I challenge him to get in anywhere. And as a matter of fact, he comes with bad luck. Anyone he supports, they defeat them. Anybody he supports, they defeat them. Go check your history. So what do you need? What do you need? What do you need? What is the addition? What does it bring? As a matter of fact, he comes with liability. What do you need for? He comes with liability, no integrity, nothing. So why do you need these kind of characters? And y'all won't change. Why do you need these kind of people? Let the man go to Joe Weir. The man is on that kind of payroll. Let him go there. Let him do his job. Let the man go do his job. The man is paid for doing his job. The man is being paid to do his job. Let him go do his job. We told you a few weeks ago. The thing that you're joking with, are you in the party? It just started. Let him go do his job. The man is being paid. You're saying that they're passing around. You ain't see nothing yet. You ain't see nothing yet. You ain't see nothing yet. The other one coming to do it. You open that door. And we'll sit down right here. We'll sit down right here. And we'll sit down, some of us will sit down right here. And we'll make sure we condemn Alexander Cummings to not be president of Liberia. If that does not happen. Because since you can listen, you think that you don't have to be in bed with everybody to be president. You don't. You don't need everybody. That's not true. That mentality in Liberia where people say, oh, you need everybody. Oh, you need everybody. You don't need everybody. You need some people. But you don't need everybody. If I said everybody that they're talking about for true, let's look at it for true. Let's calculate it. Let's calculate it now. Costa went, he said, they flog him. That's why I openly challenge him to go. Anything you want to run for Senate, and Darius DeLong was encouraging him. They take Abona no heavy low. He's all going to put let him go put in the race. Ain't got no man. Ain't no people. I can go put him in the race. Waiting, let him go. The challenge is open to him. Let him go put him in the race. Let him go. And he may. Let him go. He may. He popular. He is well known. Let him go. Go register. It's open. As a matter of fact, it's even better now. There's no excuse. Because guess what? He, McGill, we are everybody else. The cool. He on McGill payroll. He getting a call from McGill. So it makes it easier. Listen. It puts him in a better place. But what I'm saying is this. You don't make mistakes more than once. What these guys did, let these guys go. If they want to come, let them come around on their own terms. Let them come around on their own terms. Other than that, you have been moving, move on. Move on. Forget about these people. These guys just talking bunch of nonsense. They don't have the number. They don't have the resources. They don't have the... In fact, they're not in touch with the people. People in Labrador don't want them. The data has proven it over and over. Just start wasting your time with these people. Mr. Cummings tried that thing where he tried that time. When I see people are forming to go jump behind Costa and go call Costa and go on Costa show. Mr. Cummings try. They support he will lose. There's some people that are serious. After he won, let me say this. After he won this case, and this bogus charge was dropped against him. If Mr. Cummings revert to just going back, some serious-minded people that wanted to support him, some people that are looking forward to supporting him, some people that are very quietly watching him to support him. So he get back into that bed, it is done. Let him go back and go try it. Let him go back and go try it. Whether the Ben Senvi talk to him, whether the whoever talk to him, let him carry the COP and cost that in somewhere else. Let him carry that nausea thing somewhere else. That nausea nonsense they got going on. Let them carry it somewhere else. They add no value to anybody. No value. They add no value. So Mr. Cummings needs to be serious. He needs to be serious. Forget about these people. Y'all forget about this destructive element that has destroyed himself. Y'all leave him alone. Y'all leave this guy alone. Let him talk. Let him go say what he wants to say. The inconsistent guy who's not going anywhere. Y'all leave him alone. Y'all leave him alone. They may have self-destruct. Y'all leave him alone. Y'all leave him alone. He texts him back. Nothing, no attachment. All the other extra shenanigans, extra talking that you don't need it. There are serious-minded people that bring value to the table. Serious-minded people that want to support you. Y'all leave United Party people alone. The one that are passing around and bouncing. There's some serious-minded United Party people that will support and endorse Mr. Cummings' presidency or his bid for presidency. They will. They will. They will very soon. There's some serious people also that will support Mr. Cummings. Stop going back. Some people don't even want to be attached. Do you know what Bwaka hugely lost some significance and some attraction? Just his associations and his gatherings with certain people. Certain people see with certain people, they don't take you seriously again. Just stay away. I like what Mariah said yesterday. I think she was spot on. It's time for you to move on. Don't allow these people to drag you down on your plane what you want to do, and you're bringing these guys who are not serious. They're not serious. What is he going to do? What is he going to do? Gather one or two people? Passing around, not achieving anything? Oh, yeah, man. We don't see plenty there. I need that too. I need that, man. I bring the people there around. Let them put them go. Let them keep it moving. Everybody's okay. Let them move. Let them move. Let's stop wasting your time. Let's stop going back. You don't need this. I will say it over and over again. You don't need, even to President George Weah, you don't need Costa to win an election. But again, McGill, we are there. I already know. They're not serious-minded people as well. No serious-minded people will give the garden credence. No. These young men that had the ability to change the course of history. June 7th. Can you imagine? They went and make deals. They made deals. They took monies. The Mo Ali then today. Mo Ali were part of the deal. And I ain't gonna get carry head and floggy. I told you don't poke carry head. Don't poke carry head. Anyone listen? I carry head didn't make it floggy. Just poke carry head and go do it with chicken poo poo wrap. How do I not flog you now? You won't confuse the people. The people also vote for you. They didn't see you. They thought a different person, so they went and voted for the other guy because they used to know. They don't see you anymore. So that ain't there. That ain't there. Mo Ali, I told you from the beginning, don't podcast in your head. You will confuse the voters. You confuse the voters. plus the Omer JMB too. He tell you the card. Y'all know where I went on. Yeah, the men went, the chicken poo hair and confused the voters. So chicken poo hair now. They say the Megan see left. The voter themselves are confused. How you confuse the voter? How you decide to confuse the voter? Lead the carry head business, brother. The people not know you to get what election coming and go put carrots in your head. What's going on with you? I want you to lead a career. I wanted to register, but I just because I knew the other guy was going to whip you. We gave you the alarm already. We told your words in the making. We told you. Forget about the carry head business. And now then the one that you did the carry head, the people trying to look at you so gonna win. Then you go, you make it with chicken poo. Where we going? Is it win election? Now you not become government boom now. You not become government boom now. Go to CDC. You don't cost your own payroll there, go to CDC. Better, so much better ambition. Just make your thing legitimate, go there. Be collecting your thing. Be collecting your thing. You show loyalty to the paper play you. Be collecting. But I know you coming by in part two. I know you'll be bad. The same thing you did the women pay. And the same thing they did to you. The same road I can mortgage and buy room. And they use your 2017 year women pay to be bouncing around talking about your nonsense and when what they call Ellie. And they use you. And you really think you were free? You really think you were off the hook? You're not off the hook, brother. It was just a matter of time. And they use you were sitting in the Supreme Court talking about your funny thing, eh? Me your hair carry things that when I know that was you. We knew that was you talking funny thing in Supreme Court. We knew. To the court when you went that time to the court. And you were talking funny thing. Somebody wouldn't do no wrong to you. You decided to connive and lie on them. Carry hair, you don't see nothing here. And you go poke carrots in your hair and when I know that you. Brother, we know that you, man. We know that you, brother. We know that you. That's why they flog you fine. And you will not do nothing about it. They flog you, go sit down. The only place you get relevant is in CDC. Only in CDC you get relevant. They flog you good. It's sweet for you. Next time, you will not be plotting evil against people. All of your time will come one by one. You will not. And again, another man of God disgrace you. You're man of God, you don't work on his inland. Another man of God flog you again. That man of God flog your partner. 2017. We're in it right in New York right now. You chilling. I saw you the other time to the subway in New York. I saw you in the subway. Myself, I just walked past and I said I didn't want to go to flog people. You get a number then you're popular then. Men are going to catch you and flog you quietly and gently. And then, but we're examining the men of God. Where is that come from? What's going on? They think that deep politics. But I'm gonna play all of you again. I let my baby back. What? I let my boy baby. But I play you again. Like, hey, y'all see, no politics. The real politics is about to start. The real politics. The one I've been doing that. The real politics is about to start. The real one. The real one is about to start. Where serious conversations are going on with serious-minded people to do some serious endorsements to move this country forward. And I joke on them who collecting small money here and there, again, me got them, man. Y'all be saying that. I come and get one call before I go to the musical break and share the show. Y'all be saying that, right? Paga will endorse comics. Oh, you not believe it? Okay. Let's do that one. Y'all be, oh, yeah. Y'all be saying that. Papa he said though. He said. Papa said that a teacup. The only way know what will happen. So it happen straight. Y'all be saying that will get your way again. Y'all get your way. And yeah. All that different speech that all the win, but they want all that thing what bag out talking that's so scam. That's scam, bro. Serious scam. And check out my boy Steve Zago today and get funny face in the town. How some of y'all will get funny face in the town. Y'all watch. Y'all watch your politics and you're hey, I won't get in politics. Watch your politics and you're check out my boy Steve Zago. Looking funny in the town now. I told him to slow down. He wasn't lazy. We from low far, I say slow down. Because you my boy, I want you cool. Forget about the whole day long and normally passing around, carrying you around, calling you chairman, and you making your head be weighing time. They want it, brother, it will not hold. You not listen till they let you there. They are life there. your life there. You see your life now. But anyways, let's get to the musical break quick and we'll share the show. Sequel is coming on, but on some rare note though. There's some serious things happening. Some things we'll not talk on here. We'll just give you a hint that there will be some endorsements and there will be some serious things going on. But let's share the show back. I haven't even shared the show yet. Let's get to the musical break for the next 2-3 minutes and we'll get straight to it. But again, you don't need everybody in politics. You need some people in politics. Once you identify those people, the other people fall in line. They don't fall in line, you're still winning. The high works. You don't need everybody because in politics, everybody will not support you, whether you like it or not. It's just the truth of the matter. Anyway, why Costa then looking for friendship now on Cummings? Because he looking for friendship. I say it. He looking for friendship. We are aware of the negotiations behind closed so that he wants to get closer. The thing is deeper and bigger than your thing. All I want you to see their own senior acting on spoon or whatever they are going to. And later on, after the fact information that they're getting, we're talking about real, because we don't come here and talk about it and say, oh, Jerry received text message. And Jerry received the other 10 message. You see 10 message. Let's get into the musical break, share the show, we'll be back.
Lump.
Yeah, it's
Find a friend like me. If you not want betrayal, find a friend like me. Find a friend like me. Find a friend like me. If you not want betrayal, find a friend like me.
Bombe oh, find a friend like me. Bombe jene oh, find a friend like me. Find a friend like me. Find a friend like me.
Hey, see bestie, the bestie not sweet like my bestie. The bestie la bestie. Find a friend like me.
I say, see bestie wanting to wealthy. Find a friend like me. I hear them say they want me go. I say
Some of them say they want me go.
I say
Some friends you la oh. Some friends you la oh. Some friends you la oh. Friends you la oh. Hey, see bestie, the bestie not sweet like my bestie. The bestie la bestie. Find a friend like me.
I say, see bestie wanting to wealthy. Find a friend like me. They won't step on my blessing, but God get it breaking, yeah. They won't call it my blessing, but God get it breaking, yeah.
Friendship, see friendship. Can't see Papa T friendship. And I want no back for friendship. Wangolo, Wango for bestie, Wango for daddy, Wangolo.
I hear them say they want me go. I say I hear them say they want me go. I say
Some friends you la oh. Some friends you la oh. Some friends you la oh. Friends you la oh. Hey, see bestie, the bestie not friend by my bestie. The bestie la bestie. Find a friend like me.
I say Bestie 110 to Weffy. Weffy, want him, I don't need find a friend like me.
Well, as you can see, Mr. Kane is here. Mr. Kane, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
Yes, I told the people you would be here, and you are here.
Yeah, I was running late.
Yes.
You get me driving like crazy, man.
I know, right? I push you, right?
Yeah. What's up?
We here.
How you doing, everybody? I hope everybody doing good.
Now you can speak to your people after you've been gone for 2 years.
I love. I'm still all my lovely people they here, and the people that I don't love too much, they here too. But I'm seeing a lot of great people here. So
yes. So basically, Mr. Kane, before you came on, right in other news, I was letting them know that there are a lot of things going on. I listened briefly to, I think last night or yesterday, I listened to Chairman Musa Ability. Just, people can take snippets of these different videos when people have shows. Even some of us are seeing some of my own videos, like snippets, some things you say, people just pick it up. And so I saw a couple of snippets last night from the show that was held on Spoon Talk with Musa Ability, and I think Costa was on as well before him or whatever now. And as I was saying earlier to the public, that we are in the know of some of these initial conversations that were held, or the approach, the backdoor channel conversations that Costa has tried to initiate. I'm not sure what he's seeing or what's going on, but he coming to terms with reality, which I've said for them to be cautious. You can't trust. There is no formal enemy. I had to learn that a hard way, especially people who come after you for no reason when you've done nothing wrong to them. And then I was also letting them know, just before we get into the conversation here, that the issue of you need everybody to win. I said that is not true. It's just a Liberian mentality. You don't need everybody to win. You need some people to win. When you get the right people, some things will fall in place and you would win. So this idea that you need everybody, no, you don't need everybody, because essentially everybody does not vote for you. Everybody can support you. It's not just possible. So you don't need everybody. You need some people, and you just need to identify the right people that you need. Even Charles Taylor, who won overwhelmingly the elections, I think in 1997, he never got the entire country to vote for him. Everybody will not support you. Identify the right people, work with them, stick with them, and you would win. And I've said it, and I'll continue to say it, and I will stand by it. Costa does not add anything to anybody. Costa cannot make anybody to win any election. And he more likely so cannot make anybody to lose any election. The reason for that is, if you check his history, just for his personal life, he has made no one to win. Single-handedly. All the talking he been doing, so-called talking or whatever, he has made no one to win. So he's not an added value to anybody or to any political party. As a matter of fact, I think he comes with bad luck to any camp. And people must be very careful, because everyone he has supported for the presidential election, they flogged them. I'll give you an example. He supported CDC against Ellen. They flogged them twice. When he decided to switch to United Party and not support CDC flocked to United Party. What does that say? I don't know what else we need to say. From a qualitative and a quantitative standpoint, this man is not of an added value. Don't waste your time on him. Keep it moving. He tell you hello, you move. We move. Nothing personal. It's not anything. But you can't keep going in cycles. And I have said this, and I'll say it again. If Mr. Alexander Cummings and the ANC should revert to this Costa noise and bring him on board, like they can say, or whatever it is, because people are back channel talking and saying, oh, that politics and politicians don't keep grudge and that politics or whatever it is. We saw the same video playing, the same show, we've seen it. Just before the CPP, before he could take over the CPP.
Let me grab a water real quick.
Yes, go ahead. I will restate what I was saying. Just before Mr. Cummings could lead the CPP, Mr. Cummings decided that he would reach out to every member in the opposition because people told him to do so. People told him to do so. And he did. After he reached out, it didn't take a month or two. Costa started to disrespect him because there was an agenda. These guys have an agenda. And they're not going to abandon the agenda for you. They're not. Especially if they want something from you and you are not giving it to them, you're not falling in line. It's wasteless. It's waste of time. It is pointless to waste your time on certain people. And so I keep saying this thing over and over. Do not waste your time on certain people. This thing Costa took away value from JMB. You know the party saying that, right? He took away value from. Look, let me tell you something. No serious-minded person will follow Costa or will allow Costa to even come around. I'm telling you the truth. No serious-minded person will allow him to come around for serious business. Because he comes with baggages. He's a problem all by himself. He's a huge liability. And everything he's put his hand in, it crumbles, it dies natural death like JMB. So why waste your time behind these people? Leave them alone. If they want to come around and support, that's fine. You can say, oh, don't support me. But to bring them in your cycle and so-called make them key ally or the thing why I see these funny people then doing, it's a waste of time. It's counterproductive. It is going to go nowhere. And I would urge the CDC, even the CDC, y'all been doing your thing without anybody. Y'all do your thing. Y'all leave these people to hang dry. At the end of the day, if they really love Liberia for you, they will decide what they want to do. If they want to get in the race, let them get in the race. And I've openly challenged Costa to get in the race. He is popular. He is hero. He is well known. And everybody in the country likes him. Let him get in the race now. How about no heavy low? Let him get in the race. The race is open. The senatorial race is open. Let him get in the race. So, me, I'm saying it to the ANC people, when they're ready to cost you again, when they're ready to undermine you, this particular move, it is the last move to undermine the CPP that wants to reawaken. But I like what Chairman Musa Ability said yesterday. I'm not friends with Musa Ability. I've never spoken with Musa Ability on the phone. I've never met him in person. I've never even sent a message through someone and said, give it to him. Neither has he done that. But I like what he said yesterday. Let me tell you something. You must stand for something at some point as a man or as a woman. You can't keep wasting your time and going in cycles. This is a complete cycle that you're going to go in. If you think Benana Ure, Costa, if you think they let down their arm, all the nights when they play, we want the opposition to unite. What's the need? What's the need? If you show this chick, I will show the chick. That's scam. That lie. That is a lie. These guys don't want no opposition to unite. It is a lie. I'm saying it again. Big lie. Don't be carried away by it. You be carried away by it, they will drag you into another 8-9 more months again. Then election time right here. The bigger plan CDC has. They want to screw you over. So that's why there's another company doing it, sending emissaries and sending other people them behind closed door to and that being a man, you need everybody. Costa is a voice in the nation. And like it or not, Costa is a voice for who? For what? To collect money behind closed door? For what thing? To say what thing? To do what thing? Nothing. So let people not waste their time. But the ANC people, if they're not listening to this, if they want to go that route, bon voyage. You'll go. We'll be saying that right here. But when we hear you say fight down the line, we will tell the Liberian people that you're not serious. You're not ready to lead our country. By the time we get inside on the social media, you'll go again. We told you 2019, don't join CPP. It will be noisy. You'll never listen to us. You're when you join CPP. When they're coming around again, trying to fool you and mesmerize you and make it look like you're friendly and they want bring peace. That's scam. Somebody who won't bring peace, and the man telling you say he is extending olive branch. What sense does that make? You wrong me. You, Mr. Kane, I wrong you. Then I think say, oh, I'm extending olive branch. Does that make any sense? I thought I should be coming to apologize for what I did. First thing first, before we can talk about olive branch, you don't apologize. I heard from the clips. I heard what the man said. Oh, nobody owe anybody apology yet. Oh, you don't owe anybody apology? Then you say y'all want to make peace? Y'all go make peace. Ain't you need everybody to win? Y'all go. We waiting, watching you again. We about watching you. And then anything that comes from there, before it even come, you know, we try to exercise restraint as to not say some things that we're aware of. But when the negotiation started, when the conversation started, when Costa started reaching out to people to test the water, to see if he could reach out to Mr. He just wake up one day and just text Mr. Cummings. That's not true. That is not true. I challenge him. I can tell you exactly who all he spoke to get a green light in text. He not just wake up and just text Mr. Cummings. He spoke to people and encouraged him to do that. That's why he did that. We're not stupid yet. We know what's going on, but we can't talk all these things in public. We're not going to say all these things in public, but we know the facts because the evidences are here. But Mr. Kane, today's show, Unity in the Opposition, I'm ready to talk. I'm ready to talk about exactly what's going on in the Unity Party and what is expected. But I think I want to say it's a good move by Senator Yomdi Kanga Lawrence. First thing, to save her party, to reunite her party, to get back to her party in her position. It's a good thing. I would say it's a good move by her. It's a good move. Get back to your party, get back to leadership. Then you can determine how you want to go forward with your party. Save your party. You can't burn your house down for other people. Don't do that. And don't make other people to make you to burn your house down. This is all we have been saying about the Liberty Party. You get together. Whatever you decide as a party, it will be good for the party. But when you allow other people to make you to break your house down, then you don't have a house. Then where are you going? So yeah, Mr. Kane, it's all to you now. Me, I'm here today.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm just sitting here enjoying you. First of all, folks, I want to say thank you to all of you for being here. I was running late. I was on the phone with Steve. I told him that I would be late to come on the show. But, you know, it's good to be here. First of all, I listened to you. Kind of interesting to hear some of the things I've heard. Personally, I did not watch the Spoon Talk live. But yes, indeed, I watched a part of the show after the show. Pretty much I watched most part of it because I listened to the Costa part of it and I listened to Mutability part of it. And then right after that, I left it. But that was way after the show, later on at night. So first of all, let's establish the fact that people talking about Cummings bringing Costa on board or Costa trying to, reach out to Cummings. Cummings is now bringing Costa on board. I can say that for the fact. The reason I'm saying this, Costa didn't say he want to come on board with ANC or want to support Cummings. Costa said he reached out and he ready to make peace, that he raising a white flag, so anybody want to slap him, you slap one cheek, you twist the other one around so you can slap him again. He's ready to move on. But, you know, I was laughing so hard when I watched, that video. And for me personally, I don't think, in as much as I'm not an ANC person, we need to make that clear. I don't think Mr. Cummings will tell anybody don't support me. Mm-hmm. And I don't think Mr. Cummings should tell anybody don't support me or I don't need your support. I think for politics, you need everybody support. Everybody support means any vote you can get, you can take the vote.
Right.
But not everybody you can bring into your inner circle.
Exactly.
Not everybody can be your allies. Not
Yep.
everybody can be in your company. There is a parable that says that you can like somebody without knowing them, but to trust somebody, you have to know them. And there's also a saying that when somebody tell you who they are, believe them.
Yep.
When somebody tell you who they are, believe them. So this brother, he said he still supports Joseph Boakai, but all of a sudden, he is now extending quote unquote olive branch to come. As a matter of fact, when I listen to it, he trying to somehow equate himself to the level of Mr. Cummings. Oh, sometimes Cummings will leave me by myself. He will just text me, oh, because I just checking. Oh, sometimes, the man, when we do my birthday, the man reach out. During my graduation, the man reach out. So I thought it was my time to extend olive branch. The beginning get hot. Because I can just give himself some imaginary value, some imaginary leverage that does not exist. But again, Costa got some followers, but the number is not enough for anything. And the good thing about that too, everybody who is connected to Liberian politics or been following Liberian politics, those followers are not people to make decisions of their own. So they are not dependable. You can't depend on those people. And overall, Steve, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but let me just say this clearly. Whatever is going on right now, it is still the same mission.
Yep.
They thought they have successfully destroyed the CPP. When you see the hate against Musability from that camp, it's because Musability decided, and the Liberty Party decided, you know what, we are not going to quit the CPP. The CPP must survive. And we're very clear on this platform. Election 2023 is going to be squarely between the CPP and the CDC. I'm not saying other parties will not run. Other party may run. But that name, CDC, is going to be between the CPP and the CDC. The major contender will be the CPP, regardless of who is the standard bearer. And as it stands, it looks like Mr. Cummings is the standard bearer, will be the standard bearer of the CPP. So basically, the election is going to be between the CPP and the CDC. So to continue the work that he is doing for the government is to come closer before you destroy.
Yep.
Listen to this. The brother told you that the idea for Mr. Cummings to be invited to GNB 50-year anniversary program was suggested by him, Costa. You listen to that. The committee that wrote that invitation letter, he suggested that Mr. Cummings should be invited. For what? To do what? And he said clearly, nobody need to apologize to anybody. If nobody wrongs anybody, nobody did anything to anybody, then let everybody, move on. So in short, Steve, Costa is on a mission. and the mission is to get closer to Komis and destroy him more. And I can tell you this. I don't think people should hear the hate, like, Komis and Costa issue here. Costa is not going to support Komis. And Komis is not going to bring Costa closer. No, I don't think so. Komis is not stupid. So, one thing I said the last time, I think I maintain it. I said that the best way forward for the CPP is to allow the Unity Party to die her natural death. And we said on this platform the last time that Benina Ure is about to take the Unity Party.
Let us know.
Said that Benina Ure is about to take the Unity Party, and the reason is because they wanted to destroy the Unity Party, and they have successfully done so. Again, the reason why Mo Ali was removed and Amin Modal, because Mo Ali was caught on a tip, on a recording, saying that Benina Ure can be president and vice president. And because of that, Benina Ure vowed to make sure that Amin Modal and Mo Ali will not continue. And some of the things that Mo Ali and Amin Modal have been saying no are things that Benina Ure want to pass through JNB to further destroy him, but they're saying those guys as a blockade that will not allow them to go ahead with those things. So what they just did, they said, let's remove those two people. Then we can get GNB further. So now Costa want to use, they believe that they're already done with the Unity Party. So now you want to come closer. He's working for the government. He made it clear yesterday. He said, I talked to McGill. I talked, even the McGill is not my enemy. I talked to the president sometimes. They're not my enemy. We were friends way before politics. He's not denying that he will do people. So it would be very stupid on anybody's part to think that this brother is really working for Liberia or in the interest of Liberia. So in short, if Costa decides to support Komi, I think that's fine. But I'm not sure if Costa is ready to even say, I'm supporting Komi. Everything he said yesterday, he said he still supports Boakai. But I can tell you today, Boakai is not going to run for president. I've said this over and over, and I still stand by it. Boakai is not going to run for president. So Costa knows that. He knows that very well. And some CDCians are aware of that. The hierarchies of the CDC, they are aware of that. So what they can do now, the fact that Boakai is not going to run, or Boakai they have been successfully destroyed by Costa and Ure, so the next mission now is to come very close to Komis to destroy him. So I don't think Komis, even if Komis decide to say, well, yeah, come support us. What is the proximity? To what extent? How close? So I think Komis knows better. I think Komis should decide whatever he wants to do, who he want to bring, close to him. But I don't think Costa is one of them, because the ripple effect will be very much severe than the positive. Because there are a lot of people who may stay away from Komis if any semblance of affiliation the same with Costa. Because the way he said yesterday, that was kind of like a slap in the face of communist supporters. He said, why these people are on their thing, communists been reaching out to me here and there. So if Costa is brave enough to insult communists on a daily basis and plan to disgrace him, to put him in jail on a daily basis, calling him criminal. To be honest, if communists can be the one to reach out to Costa, that's not leadership. That's like throwing your supporters under the bus. But again, Mariah set the record straight yesterday. Mariah said the regional Costa is talking about is not anything recent. It was when Kumis became the chairperson of the CPP, and they decided to reach out to all the critical voices and the opposition voices. That's how he reached out to Costa, including a lot of other people. Beyond that, Mariah also said when Costa graduated, was a graduation, she's the one that reminded Mr. Kumis to congratulate Costa, to reach out to him to say congratulations. Whatever the case is, you can't get it both ways. You don't need everybody.
Then I keep fooling around playing games.
You
On serious,
need everybody to vote, but you don't need everybody coming close to you. And if somebody who is your open enemy, that person can never change. They can only come closer, either based on interest or come closer to damage you more, to inflict more damage on you. So I don't think this thing is going to happen. And let me tell you something. If there will be any unity between, unity that will involve the Unity Party, it's not going to be the Benina Ure and Costa version of the Unity Party. It will be different Unity Party. I can tell you that for the fact. Just mark my word.
Well, I agree with you, Mr. Kane. And like I said, I like the fact that Mariah kind of clarified things and put things in perspective as to what really happened. That was critically important because this young man is very deceptive. He would have left that open like that and lie about it without any remorse. So these kind of people, you want to be careful with them. And again, I would say, like you said, yes, anybody can choose to support you or whatever it is, but you don't need everybody in your cycle. One of the politicians I respect is Hillary Clinton. From the day Donald Trump disrespected she and her family, she drew the lines. That's it. Sometimes you got to stand for something. Look, I'd rather lose, stay maintaining my integrity and my respect, than passing around just mingling with everybody because of the need I want to win. Win for what thing? So when you win, and then what thing happen now?
So I was going to talk a little bit about the Unity Party election, the convention, just a little bit. A lot has been said to many people. First, let me say this. I respect the democratic process that took place in Banga at the Unity Party convention. But I frown on people that were using words, phrase, statements that were somehow derogatory to Ami Moda and Mo Ali. People that were calling them Lebanese people, Pakistanis, Israeli, all kinds of nonsense talk. That's not necessary. Identity politics, name calling, can add anything. Those things were not necessary. And I believe that whatever happened to Ami Moda and Mo Ali, I think they deserve it. I'm not sorry for them. And I think it should be a learning process, a learning experience for them moving forward. Like I said, I do not subscribe to the identity politics and name calling. That's not good at all. Because we are also victim of the name calling and identity politics. That today you know Mo Ali is a Pakistani or Lebanese or Israelis. Only today, when no one was available to take care of the Liberty Party, the Unity Party, Mo Ali was there. He did a lot for the party.
You mean Ami Moda?
Both Mo Ali and Ami Moda.
Okay.
Mo Ali did a lot, even more than Ami Moda. Ami Moda came in later on when they were bankrupt, when they were broke, when they never had home, when they were homeless as a party. Ami Moda came to the rescue. But that brings me to the leadership style of JNB. The laissez-faire leadership style is not a good leadership example in our contemporary politics. You got to stand for something. Other than that, you will fall for everything.
Yeah.
It means that Joseph Boakai, I'm sorry to say this, has not shown any form of leadership or commitment or loyalty, not to the country, not to his party, not even to the people who are loyal to him, unfortunately. To say, I don't have a decision as a leader, I don't know who to support, whoever to bring, I'll go with that person.
Yeah.
It means that you are not to be trusted. Nobody can trust you. And nobody can care themselves for you. At the end of the day, they know you will live there in the cold. That's not a good leadership style. As a matter of fact, we saw this during the PDP time when Costa was insulting and disrespecting Cummings on a daily basis. Boakai, as the chairman, did not only speak, he did not only feel to speak, but Gan Costa around the same period. So, Steve, this thing is way more than this convention. Ami Moda, imagine this guy, Mo Ali, broke a lot of bridges, destroyed a lot of bridges between he and friends, even people that helped him in the past, simply because to prove his loyalty to JNB. As a matter of fact, lied several times. Even this guy was on record. If not JNB, let Jowia stay. Simply because he want to prove to JNB that he is his loyal supporter. If JNB can reciprocate. Okay, let me say in a easier the reciprocate that one it too big for me and my people there. A GNB can pay back the loyalty Mo Ali and Mami Moda show him. It means that he's not a good person. As a leader, you must have the gut, the audacity to state your opinion, to tell your people what you want. As a matter of fact, if you want a smooth operation as a leader, if you are in control now, but if you are being controlled from behind, then I don't know about that. But if you are the leader, if you are leading, you know exactly the kind of people you want on your team. You know exactly the kind of people you want to work with. If Mo Ali and Ami Moda didn't do well, simply tell them, hey, Mo, I know you are, in this party we have done a lot, but I think let's try new people. That's better. But what he did, that's a betrayal. That's a slap in the face of the people. And this is not the first time, Steve. So the woman, I'm not sure. The wisdom people been talking about, I don't know how it apply or where it applies. I have no idea. Because wisdom comes in when you are making decision. Wisdom comes in when you are making choices. But to say, I don't have a choice, I can't support anybody. Anybody can work with that person. In fact, not even taking into account the timing of the election. But all in all, perhaps what we said earlier is the one that are coming to light. JNB is trying to give, it. He's trying to give the party to the beginning, whatever they want to do with it, let do with it. And I think Mo Ali and Ami Moda were the one that's stabbing the paper. Yeah, I think the paper won't give it. They won't give it. They won't give it to the beginning and move on. So, and whoever was standing in the way of that, those are the people that were really, really suffer. And Mo Ali and Ami Moda are the first victim.
Well, Mr. Cannon, that's a good point. I wrote on my Facebook page here, my personal Facebook page. I wrote something there yesterday, which I will write today. I'll write later on today or tomorrow again, because I'm always writing there. This is what I said. I will read it out loud, and I will go into some of the things that Sekou just said. Another wrong move by JNB and a UP. This will exacerbate the noise and division in UP. Both Ali and Modad feel played and betrayed. After all the sacrifices, they will strike. Yes, Mo Ali and Ami Moda will strike. They will. The thing what you said earlier on, let me talk it the Labran way. The thing what you said earlier on that you. When Mo Ali, Ami Modad bankrolled to sustain and help the Unity Party financially. What happened? He was not Lebanese man. You're muted.
Yeah, I want to ask you.
Yes.
Why you think everything that Mo Ali, Ami Moda did now to rescue the party, why do you think JNB could not have the courage to say, you know what? I want this man to remain chairman. I'm the standard bearer. Talk to other people behind the scene. Why do you think he couldn't do that? Because the party got no money. And this is the guy who went to his pocket, and help to pay for their rent. $30,000 a year.
Well, let me say it this way, because we have to go back on these kind of questions that you're asking. We have to go back into people's history.
Okay.
These are now mutually exclusive situations. They didn't just wake up and just happen. So let's look at JMB's history of working with people and what he's done. It's critically important. I gave you an example. Women Pay fought with JMB, fought Ellen Johnson Sirleaf.
He insulted Ellen
as a chairman.
For JMB, yeah.
JMB, somebody will say they didn't know about it. I agree, he didn't know about it. But if you were the VP to Ellen and your chairman is insulting Ellen, what do you do? And you say something?
Yeah.
Say nothing. His silence showed complacency, or they will say silence means consent. It shows some form of consent. Fast forward, after they lost the election, while they were in the election, the same Mo Ali, who was, I think, assisting spokesperson for the campaign or for the party, guess what he did? Guess what he did? The same Mo Ali was used to accuse Ellen openly. Guess what? Mo Ali came on the show here. We were about to asking the question about his accusation of Ellen, and I read the article to him. He said he will not answer that question. And JMB already, and they were working for him at the time. Did he tell them to stop, or did he come at any point in time and say they might retract those statements? He didn't do that. Let's break this thing down so that people can understand. Again, you will have to make your judgment going forward. Fast forward, Women Pay got kicked out of the party. Women Pay, who did all the dirty work? Women Pay did dirty work. Women Pay and Mo Ali did dirty work during the campaign 2017. Women Pay got let go. Very good. Mo Ali assumes the Secretary General position of the Unity Party. Sometimes 2 years ago, I still remember when they're about to have that heated argument, or when they're about to run for stand-up bearership. Amin Modat, I think I stand to be corrected. They had Komine Wise, and they had somebody else. I think there were 3 people running for this whole chairmanship. My people, Amin Modat, like we say, came from nowhere. Komine Wise who's a sitting senator. I think it was Komine Wise, or one of these senators, who was a sitting senator. You would think, understanding politics, being with the Unity Party for that long time. And the other guy, I just forgot his name. I think George Wisner. I'm not sure if it was George Wisner, but I stand to be corrected because I don't have my notes in front of me here. Either George Wisner, all of these guys who have been in politics, who understand the nitty-gritty and stuff like that, who understand the intricacy, who understand the policies they've been around. They understand the dynamics. Amin Modat, who was a businessman at the time, Amin Modat, through the influence of the CJMB, got elected only because at the time they needed Amin Modat, they needed his finances to sustain the party to some extent. Given. Fast forward, Amin Modat and Mr. Kelly here, Mo Ali. I know you say I'm not calling Kelly here, but he went and confused the people. I didn't vote for him. He should have left the hair the way he used to be so they can vote for him. He said, we're not doing it with your hair. He confused the people. He made hair Kelly, then turn around again. He did chicken people wrap inside. So all that thing helped confuse the people. It contributed to the defeat too. But fast forward, both of them take over the leadership, starts to run the party. Both of them decided to run the party. One of the things they did, they come to CPP. Under their leadership, both of them failed. Both of them failed on their leadership. On their leadership, along with Josiah Yuma Bwaka, the CPP went dead and dogma. Nothing was going on within the CPP. Now, the CPP now, the Unity Party now, quote unquote, they want new leadership. It doesn't even make any sense that you are going to an election such as the 2023 election. If Joseph Bwaka were truly going to run, How do you constitute a new bunch of people when this is the team that Joseph Boakai has had? Joseph Boakai has worked with this team. Don't you think it should have been the best benefit for you to work with these same people, rally around them, mind you, in this process? Mo Ali helped destabilize the CPP because Mo Ali knew in the north of the CPP framework document issue. He was part of the, what you call it, team, investigative team. He part of the report. 1 minute he writing here, 1 minute he talking here, say, oh, Unity Party never accused Mr. Cummings. Another minute he go and say, now you quote, and changing your hair to curly hair and chicken poo hair. They will not know that he won't confuse us. You get confused, or we know that you are in the court, bro. We know that you. But the issue here is this, Mr. Kane. The issue here is this. The issue is, like you said, he burned bridges. He lied for Joseph Boakai and the Unity Party on Mr. Cummings and the ANC and his fellow co-workers that they work in the secretariat of the COP and the CPP. I mean, he lied on them. Not only that, they see Mo Ali. Collected bribe for the protests, the two protests. He part of the people that answered the bribe along with Costa. He was the one that made a second negotiation with for the second protest. The protest that should have been, I think, December 20th, that is switched to January 6th. He was the one that did the negotiation through. He was the one. Costa told them to do the negotiation through him. And Costa came on a show and said it. If the government wants to make any negotiation, they should go through him, through Mo Ali, because Mo Ali was in charge at that time of the CPP or the COP. Nobody's stupid yet. We have the records. We know exactly what went on. We have the facts. We even have messages to that effect. These guys went and connive. They see Mo Ali. Then you want to go poke cares in your hair and think you confuse or and confuse the people now. They are not vote for him. He should have kept his hair naturally. Let people remember him. But Mr. Kane,
I mean, why are you so concerned with Mo Ali hair? Are you jealous of the man hair? You won't be like the man.
No,
you won't put curls on your hair to the curly hair.
I almost did that to go in the election, but I think my man, I want to go in the UP election.
Don't jealous Mo Ali curly hair, man.
But Mr. Kane, here's the thing. Here's the point. Mo Ali then made my torso, in as much that I don't agree with him. I think he's a very dishonest guy. I think he cannot be trusted at all and should not be around politics. He shouldn't be in any position of power. But they did make some sacrifices for the Unity Party at large and Joseph Yuma Boakai. In the midst of all of the fights, they took side with Joseph Yuma Boakai. They did. In the midst of everything. And they were part of the plot and the plans. They knew exactly what was going on. So the problem now is, why did Joseph Boakai leave them hanging dry? Why? He thought when they let go of the former chairman, what he named, I just called the guy not too long ago, the former chairman. When they let go of him, he thought they were not going to let go of him. Women pay. They were going to let go of him as well. It was just a matter of time for Mo Ali. And we signaled to y'all that Mo Ali would have been gone long before that the convention was going to be noisy. The Benedict you and other people are trying to insert themselves and take over the party. You never believe it. And like I said in my post, Joseph Boakai betrayed both Mo Ali, whether they want to admit to it. That's why you see all the United Party partisans all on my post, writing all kind of funny things. But I will respond to them proportionally there. You can't let you behave, I'll respond to you. You can't let you misbehave, I'll respond to you. Oh, I don't play like that on my personal page. So, long story short, Mr. Kane, Joseph Boakai betrayed these guys. Joseph Yuma Boakai betrayed them. And this is not the first time. If Joseph Boakai can betray Ellen, who he can betray? The woman who made him vice president. Are you serious? And you're saying I was stupid when I know what going on? We know what's going on too as well. And we'll point out to these facts. That all that to what the pastor, we want to unite, that is a scam. They don't want to unite. So Joseph Boakai, what he did bad to Mo Ali and Amin Moda. At most, he's supposed to support them. Yeah. Because these are the people that work with you.
And openly support them, and tell the people, hey, I mean, you guys have the right to run for anything you want to run for, but I think these guys are doing well. I think we should, but is the process. If GNB was going to actually voice his support openly, I think that would have made a lot of people to vote for GNB. I mean, to vote for Mo Ali and Amimoda. But Steve, I want to ask you though, this whole CPP thing.
What's the question?
I want to ask you about the CPP thing.
Yes, please.
Let's say the Unity Party, new leadership of the Unity Party, decide to go to say, you know what, we want to make progress. We want to reinforce the opposition. And they decide to come back to the CPP. And hypothetically, let's say GNB decide not to run. And Unity Party say they want to come back to CPP. Where will Ure and Costa fit?
Well, let's get this clear, and let's give the public hint in advance. The Unity Party will come out to the CPP. Whether divided or not, the Unity Party will come out to the CPP.
I believe so too.
Again, whether divided or united.
Yeah, but if that happens, where will Ure fit?
Well, Ure and Costa evidently will go back to CDC and support CDC.
Well, now they will open it. They will open it and support CDC instead of doing it from the back.
But the people have been laying the groundwork to support CDC.
That's what I'm saying. They already with CDC, but they pretended to be with the opposition.
Yes, they're
but
looking for
if Unity Party openly now join the CPP, because I believe in the end, Liberty Party and Unity Party will all come back to the CPP to form a united front to go against George Weah. So I'm asking now, if that happens, I mean, Ure and Costa will kind of like open their support now, as opposed to doing it secretly for the CDC.
Well, Costa is only looking for an alibi. In other words, Costa is looking for a reasonable reason to support the CDC opening. That's all he's looking for. And the only reasonable reason he would support the CDC opening is because the Unity Party or JMB will be going back to the CPP. Remember, one of the major fights they had, one of the major fight they had was for the Unity Party to leave the CDC, to leave the CPP. That was one of the major goals.
Yeah.
To break down the CPP, that was one of the major goals for the Unity Party to pull out the CPP.
And they waited for Barker to be the chairperson first before they can do that.
Most definitely. So now the strategy now is, how can we openly say we support CDC? We have to find a reasonable reason or an alibi. But in order to find an alibi, then let the fourth come from them, the fourth can come from all. It's like you want to lead a woman, but you're looking for a reason to lead a woman. So you start looking for small fourth on her. Once that fourth comes through, you say, well, that's the reason I wanted to leave you. Or the same thing with the women, vice versa. So that the same they're playing count and mouse game. Let me say this though. There was a question I thought would have been asked Costa, but it wasn't asked him. But I like how Musa Belede jumped in front and cut the question out. That there is no room for his chairman, which is Alexander Cummings, and Costa to work. There's no room because Costa brings nothing to the table. So he cut to the chase because Musa Belede is in the know. He understands exactly what's going on. Costa not making friend. Costa want this thing to appear like they're cool. Everything is cool, and he made a decision to support President George Weah. Simple put. This is as simple as drinking water. Nobody's stupid. He's stupid because before he thinks, some of us have already thought about 4 or 5 times. We think before we know he moves. We calculated a move long time before he even played. That's why we're able to predict what he will do before he does it. We told you say he will support the CDC. All that team, the president was magnanimous or whatever it is. Listen, it was just an open air to tell you that they've been having conversation behind closed door, and they just open the way for conversation. Simple.
Okay, so let me ask you now. The way Costa is popular like that, Costa got all the supporters. Costa got the whole country behind him. Why Costa Party now running for president? Why Benina Ure can run for president and Costa run for vice president?
Well, this is to speak to you that
all Costa himself go and run for president, on the ALP ticket.
No, it's to speak to you that it's a myth that he is popular. Popularity is relative. So in other words, somebody can say you having a name recognition is different from being popular. People can know your name. People can have a name recognition. It doesn't mean you're popular. It doesn't mean people support you or you got vote or people will come and support you when you put your hands on things. The way we know that you are popular or you got a number is when you put your name in public to go to run and people can ascribe and vote and we'll see it. We see that translated into numbers. Once it's translated into numbers, that popularity can be translated into number, then we can equate it to actual popularity. But to pass around and get one or two people passing around calling you hero, bunch of small children and I don't even know what they're doing. They're calling you hero, because you work at 4 o'clock in the morning and then make noise all day. That I won't so say you're popular on. So like you said now, if this popularity was like Joseph Duma Boaga tested his popularity in Lofakande and was flogged. If this popularity was why is it they can run on their own party and leave other people, let other people can join them? Any popular, they can try it.
Because Indian people can vote in liberal election.
Exactly. They're not popular. So it's a myth.
Yeah.
It's a makeshift and a myth belief that they have in their head that they want to project on people. And other people who are afraid that he will call them out because all of them being indebted deals, guess what? They succumb to that. I can call him in public and criticize him. I challenge all the people to call him in public and challenge him. You know why? Because all of them paying the same debtor deals. He know where the bodies are buried. So they are afraid when they're talking to him, they talk on eggshells. They go behind closed doors. He will do wrong. They will know that he's doing wrong. Guess what they will do? They will shut them off. When other people who can say, you're just leaving, you're just leaving, that small boy, he don't know what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing. And you're endorsing it, you're enabling it because you guys are afraid. But me, he's not going to any deal.
So what about the information that Senator Nyomli, Kanga Lawrence, and Musa spoke? That information was also confirmed by Musa yesterday. He did not go into detail as to what really transpired in the conversation. He didn't give any sound positive or negative, but he said, yes, he indeed spoke. But that in itself, I think that's a good sign for the unity in the Liberty Party. And what would do you think the Ure and Chirene, they will welcome anything that will resemble unity in the Liberty Party? Because of my question here is that Ure won the position to be vice president for GNB. And Ure, the only major challenger over there, if at all, she stay with GNB will be Nyomli. But if Nyomli making peace within her party, and her party already endorsed, is in the CPP and also endorsed Cummins, that means Nyomli could potentially be the vice presidential candidate within the CPP, because right now we have two major parties. You have the ANC and the Liberty Party. So if Nyomli can potentially be a vice president, you think Costa and his father will be happy to see her going, or they will feel somehow disappointed that could be the end of the whole Unity Party kumbaya?
Well, there's two things I would predict here today about the whole Nyomli Kanga situation. The first thing I would say is, I think it's welcoming that Senator Nyomli Kanga Lawrence exercises leadership as she's doing, reaching out for them to have a conversation, to mending their party, to restoring her as leader or whatever it is. I'm not sure if that was the nature of the conversation, but I know that is exactly what this is going to lead to down the line. Regardless, I think it's a good move for the sake of Liberty Party. To be honest with you, Mr. Kane, I think it's a good move. I applaud she and Musa ability for at least opening the doors to have conversation. This is what they should be doing. I welcome it. I support it. I'm in favor of it 100%. Ure, Costa, and some member of the Unity Party don't want that. They don't want that. They want to keep pushing fights between them to say Nyomli can go and reclaim the party and make Steve Zago the chairman, which is not a realistic thing.
But Steve, if Benina Ure fighting to be vice president, You think Yomle forgetting about them, you go back to the CPP, you will not be happy?
No, I want to lay the premise to this thing first because I have a question. What you're asking is an important question, but I will tie it to it.
Okay.
So the reason, first of all, they want Yombli and Musa Bello to be a local head for Yombli to take what the party is because you can be vice president without numbers. He need party. He need numbers. So they want to encourage Yombli to do that so they can play her last minute of time. This thing is about playing. It's about playing Yombli, whether you like it or not. And we have said it from day one. This thing is about playing Senator Yombli Kanga Lawrence. That a bigger picture here. But here is something. In Akama again. Here is something I know.
I know who that person is now.
Here is something that is important.
We're not going to block you. You will be here. Cost me all you want, but you stay right here.
Here's something that's important. Here's something that's important to understand. The end game is to play her. That's the end game. The end game is to play her. That is the end game. But to get her locked in, bring the full party together, let the name come to her, the legitimacy come to her with them, then lock everybody in. But here is where they're missing the picture, because as Yombli Kanga Lawrence and Musa Beledi are many fences, the party will come together and the party will decide where they want to go, whether they want to go with JMB or they want to go with Cummins. But as it stands, for all indication, it looks like the party is sticking with the CPP. But here's the good thing. The doors are open for Senator Yombli Kanga to come back. You understand? This will mend the party. You and them don't want this. So you and them fighting this thing. Now, here's what I want to predict. If Senator Yombli Kanga Lawrence decides to come back to the Liberty Party and then go back to the CPP, they will attack her. These guys are very vindictive. They will attack her.
Yeah, but
and it will create a serious loss.
The other part of my question, you answer that one, you.
Yes.
Why is it that Benina Ure himself, since he get a lot of muff behind him, the most popular person behind him, why can't you run for president again and make Costa the vice president? Is it because the people from India, they don't vote in Liberia?
The major reason is Benina Ure don't want to be president. Everything you see them doing is to what we say come to the table with. They won't come to the table with leverage. So most of them throw their hat in the race or whatever it is, go to the table, make deals that they will support you or whatever it is. They want to be influencers. They want to be decision makers behind closed doors. So they insert themselves, project like that. Let's take, for example, from day one, we condemn the formation of the COP. The COP has operated from day one as an illegal entity in Liberia. I'm not talking about out of Liberia. I don't know if they're registered in this country or not. But in Liberia, they've operated as an illegal entity. But you know why they existed? They existed because they existed as a core arm of the Liberty Party and as Benina Ure group, little group that will be able to assert themselves and make it seem like they're coming with some kind of leverage. That's why, at a certain point in time, we had to push it down his throat and tell him to cut this nonsense out. When he started talking about social contract, whoever will be president must sign a you remember that statement or those statements? Must sign a social contract. You don't need to sign a social contract with the COP, and you don't need to sign a social contract. You who for somebody to sign a social contract with you? What do you're even legal in the country?
They say the COP now tend to boyfriend and girlfriend club. That one, no, they're not in kind of council of Petra now.
Who?
A council of boyfriend and girlfriend club.
Who there?
The one you call COP.
I don't consider that thing.
It used to be a real organization before.
It's never been an organization.
It used to be an organization. It was not a registered organization. But since all the leaders then withdrew, it has turned to, as a matter of fact, the branch in Liberia does not exist anymore. They now create problem between the Pekin and to the extent where the Pekin got no respect for them anymore. So it's only on social media now, and it's only boyfriend and girlfriend now. 2 places they can meet in Delaware and Minnesota. The last time when they assembled there, we received a lot of screenshots from their Sonny. They were fighting each other for boyfriend and girlfriend.
But I mean, I can't join the
So COP is nothing. There's no COP. It's all people then that stupid people then that follow Costa and put in that they are caught. The boyfriend and girlfriend caught. Yeah, I'm being serious. So COP is nothing. Don't even mention COP. COP is nothing.
I want join there. I lean into what COP.
Kind of boyfriend and girlfriend. What you want John for?
Yeah, I want join there. That the kind of club then why I won't be in.
No, that one by you gotta send more Ali there. Not you. They don't need you. You know how to handle your situation there. So more Ali.
I want
more Ali will represent. Honestly speaking, that is your boyfriend and girlfriend business. Even some of the serious-minded ladies that were part of it came on this platform to insult us. Some of them call me behind the scene. You are aware of that and apologize to me. And said, "People, we thought this thing was something serious. They just got up paying money. We didn't know it was all about boyfriend and girlfriend business." So COP thing, let me tell you something. If COP was something comprising of leaders, senators, political leaders, everybody involved, and they begin to say, you know what, it's for me. This is enough for you, enough for serious-minded people. For me and my people that follow me. And about even Dawud Dillon, the part of it, because Dawud Dillon led to put into a situation. I'm not saying the men let boyfriend and girlfriend be there, but I'm just saying Dillon is part of it. Dillon is the board member for the COP. When Costa got mad at him, he said he'll fire him from there, then he'll come back here big. That's why that COP thing is not relevant anymore. That's why nobody talk about them. So, in short, to tell you, let me say this on a serious note. Do you think if this guy was serious-minded people, do you know they will have registered the COP as a political party? You know they wanted to do that. You know what they didn't do it? The people have realized that the people then that can come when the guy say, "Hey, you're here 1,000 before I start talking." The people then can be coming like the Indian people there. When Costa say, "Tomorrow I'm going to be at the immigration in Liberia. I want to see 1,000 people there." Because people can walk from India to go to that immigration in Liberia. What happened? 14 people show up. You can't call the people then from India to come there, to come to Liberia. 14 people show up. So Costa gave up. When he saw that, he said, "You know what? This is not real." Because what happened? People that show up the first time, those were people those were combination of people from Yeke Kolba, from supporters of all the political party then, the ANC, the Liberty Party, the Unity Party, but he thought it was all about him. He thought it was all about him. But then when he said to the people, "You come, you're sure tomorrow I'm invited at the immigration." Less than 15 people show up. Guess what? That's when Costa noticed that no. The people that can be following me, they're not the Liberian people then. So the first protest they happened, the second one, it was all about you. You saw it, the second one, if Yeke didn't come around, nothing was there. So all this popularity and nonsense, so garbage. It's nothing. And let me say this to all the people who believe, specifically Azeva Tukpa, Let me say this to you. If you think Costa is relevant, if you think Costa can bring vote to ANC, if you think Costa is genuine, be ready. Be ready for a big surprise. Costa will be the one to destroy you and destroy Commies. Costa is the one that wanted to destroy you the first time as they were to because people stood up for you, nothing happened to you. Costa is not your friend, trust me. Costa is not your friend. Costa does not mean well for you. He wants to see you destroyed because you support Commies. And Costa wants to see Commies destroyed. He will try to play fool to come closer and closer. At the end of the day, he wants to destroy you guys. So just stay away from Costa. You may want to vote for you, let me go vote for it. You may vote for you, go vote for Commies. But Costa is not your friend. If you continue to even fool around with Costa, a lot of people stay away from you guys. And it might be the downfall of Commies. That's what I got to say, Steve. Maybe you can open the line.
Yes, we'll open the line for a few minutes. This Samuel Twe picking here, costing people here.
No, let that person be. Forget it.
No, but he's costing other people, not us.
Oh, you're costing other people? No. You can't do that.
You want?
Yeah, if you come here, you want to be part of the platform, that's fine. You can say nothing to us because you're angry. Because we're telling the truth, that's fine. But if you insult anybody else, you start to it will take you for safekeeping.
That one at different level now. We're not on that level.
You can't do that.
We do.
The platform, they're not all joking, stupid platform where you can be there, be insulting people. Then.
Yeah, don't attack other people. Then I beg you, please enjoy yourself. Make yourself feel good. That's okay. But please don't insult other people. We beg you. Chief, we want you to be here, yeah? We want you to be here.
Yeah.
We want you to learn something. We want you to be here, but now to insult other people, yeah? So, we want you to be here. So we'll spend the next 5 minutes. Hopefully, we can take some calls and then we.
Oh, how can you put only one number?
Okay, but then put both now, I beg you.
What kind of man so? You don't know the wrong number, eh?
But Mr. Kane, also on another note, while we're waiting for the next 1 or 2 minutes to take calls, on another note, the Unity Party is in serious trouble, whether that from a financial standpoint, whatever it is. Because if Amin Moda is gone, who was, bankrolling or financing it, unless Bernard Euro will take over now, then a different level. Let me see this caller. I got a caller here. Caller, what's your name and calling from, please?
Yeah, hi, Steve and Mr. Kane. This is Napoleon Soso.
Yeah, Napoleon Soso. Make your point, please. You from New York, right?
No, I'm from Colorado.
Oh, okay. Sorry, your number says New York. That's why.
Yeah. But I was just calling to at least inject a little bit into your topic this afternoon because, Costa, most people don't understand Costa politics. And we Liberian, we don't think about tomorrow. We only think about today. Especially when we cook our food, we want to eat everything just today, and then tomorrow we start looking for another one. The Unity Party have destroyed themselves. Today you will see Mo Ali and Abi Moda, those two, I don't know if they will have faith to come out the next day. Mo Ali, I don't know if he's going to give the pickup up now, the pickup that was given to him.
Of course, he will.
Today, Costa were on, I think it was yesterday, he was on Spoon FM talking about You know how he tells Mr. Cummings, he asked Mr. Cummings they should make peace now. You were very smart when you said they're just looking for, Costa looking for recognition again. Because right now nobody trusts Costa. So by going back to Mr. Cummings, he's thinking that people will trust him again, then he will make money again out of Mr. Cummings. How are you going to make that money? You're going to sell out. So adding my voice to your voice, I will want for Mr. Cummings to listen to this. Don't allow Costa listen to Mr. Musa Belete. Don't even let Costa come closer to you for you to make it relevant again. That's the reason why I call him. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Yes, I agree with the caller. I agree with the caller 100%. Let me tell you something. The people that are staying with you during difficult time, most times are the people that are on your side. Yep.
Yeah, so let me see. I don't know, the other line it's also open. Yeah, both lines are open. So yeah, so while we await another call, let me say this. People who never been around and people who are not consistent on this platform are the ones that are a little bit confused when it comes to Costa. So those people who can say, you know, every day you're coming on your show, you're mentioning Costa, you're blah, 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 blah. We have said it before, many times, that our fight is to fight the ills in the society, in the Liberian society. Anything that take Liberia behind, that's what we fight. And Benina Ure and Costa are virus that is eating up. They're not even virus, they are cancer that are eating up the progress of the opposition in Liberia. So they say when you get cancer, in order for this cancer not to eat the rest of your body, the hand that is started on, just cut it off. It's better to go with one hand and looking like a good human being than to keep that cancer and allow the cancer to eat your entire body. So in short, these guys are with the opposition. You know, Steve, you know what I mean? What I'm really concerned about? Sometimes I can ask myself, how come the other people who say they follow Costa, who say they support Costa, anything Costa say they follow, why they don't have sense of their own to understand this thing? Are they not seeing it, or they just blind themselves to it? What's going on?
First of all,
how come they're not seeing this guy supporting the government, and they are saying every day they are insulting the government, they are insulting the president every day, but yet the person who is there as a government agent, how come they are not saying that? I don't understand.
Mr. Kanen, they understand. To be very honest, they understand. But I think there are a lot of factors in play here. One of the factors in play is the fact that most of these people that so-called support Costa or whatever it is, or support whether it's UA, but call other people criminals, warlords, or this one, that one. It is about their interests. It's like people using each other. So most of them, because some of them is about their interests, especially the ones who support the Unity Party or the one who want the Unity Party to come back to power. because some things that they couldn't get, some things that they couldn't do. Maybe some of them at that time, their eyes were not open enough to want to buy houses or build houses. Now they want to do it. So they won't walk back to get our opportunity. So they will support anybody that support JMB or support the Unity Party to come back to power. Anybody. So once you say something to criticize the Unity Party or to criticize JMB, guess what happened? You're not patriotic. No, you're not patriotic. For you, Umpa, you're not patriotic. You don't love the country. You don't. When you're muted.
So I was asking, so what about the part that is clearly visible, some of the actions that is clearly visible that those actions are things that is contributing to the downfall of the United Party and JMB himself? How can they not saying that?
So some of the other people too, there are different categories of people that support him. Some of the other people too that are in our mindset, those are the low self-esteem people who think that they got to be attached to a certain person to gain recognition. They think they got to be part of a certain group. Those people, they don't know anything. They don't know any better. So they must support anything and everything. The same way how they got some seditions who they were down hungry. So long John we are happy, they happy. John we are do anything wrong, they get data in the phone. They will beg to get data to come and run and defend John we are. The same way how somebody want to do it. So those one, they're low self-esteem slaves. Not only they got low self-esteem, but they're slaves.
Yeah.
They work hard, take the hard-earned money. Somebody will tell me, say, oh, now your business. I'm a business. Because I'm pitying your condition. I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry for you. Someone catching the bus. Instead of saving that 200, 300, they can be sending every month to buy a car. They will rather catch a bus in the court to buy a car for somebody else. So that means they put that person under happiness over their head, over them. But then the last group of people that are the dangerous ones, the politicians and other leaders who succumb, keep quiet, and go with the flow. When you ask them, say, but Kasana control me. But the man just spoke on behalf of all of you, though. He just said something that you're supposed to come in public and refute and say, we don't identify with this.
Yeah.
This is not what we say. Well, just shut up.
Because they are a bunch of cowards.
Simple.
A bunch of cowards who are afraid of bully. And Costa is a big bully. Let me tell you something.
Yep.
Joseph Nima Boakai and Nyomli Kanga Lawrence, even Benina Yuri, they're all afraid of Costa's bullying. But because he has Benina Yuri come out in his stomach, when you disagree with Benina Yuri, all you can do is to stay away from him. But Nyomli and Joseph Nima Boakai, they are afraid of him. So, hold on, somebody's calling here.
Yeah.
Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Fred Twazama.
What's your name? Frank Twazama?
Fred Twazama.
Fred Twazama, how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. The dynamic duo. I'm just driving. I have to pull over because I love the show. Thank you, first of all. I just have one comment. Instagram and Facebook likes does not lead to voting popularity. Just because you get a bunch of Instagram likes and Facebook followers does not mean, oh, people are going to vote for you once you put your name on with the big boys. Very few people are pay-per-view, you know? So that's my comment. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from, please?
My name is McDonald Nyampe from Missouri.
Yeah, McDonald Nyampe, make your point, please.
You know, guys, I follow the show all the time, but today, those streaming guys, they run the show. I mean, we don't go for the SKTV show. That's not what you guys are doing for. You guys is calling everybody associated. So, Costa is calling their foolish people. We don't think for ourselves. I mean, I don't think guys in the level direction. I mean, you guys try to withdraw our statement. You guys are better
You guys are know. What do you talk about Liberia? The same way you guys are saying. I mean, SKP, the effect of circle. I mean, you are a brother. You are a strong guy. Think about the program, but I mean, trust me, a lot of people call and tell you, see them telling you. Okay? This is what we live in. I don't think. I still was saying that maybe someone want to buy, I want to support to go buy a house and all that stuff. So what is that for some of us? We are already, by the grace of God, we are okay in this country. We are parallel, we have houses, we are going to get in this country. So I would say, want to support constant to get in government. Maybe we're not paying to do a government job. Do you think I'll leave and go back to Liberia, go work in Liberia? I think this country, I have a 6 daughters here with my house. I'm well grounded here. Do you think I'll go back to Liberia, go to a government job? And you call everybody, 40 people, you call people like, we don't give ourselves out. I mean, the last statement you guys, we try to retry that statement, please, I beg you guys. So, your show is good. Your show is a good show. If you make those statements, I beg you guys, please.
McDonald, please stay on. Let me say something to you quick before you leave. Let me say it to the rest of the listeners. Let me say it to you. I'm not retracting the statement that I said. Not my first time saying it. I will never retract it. The reason I will not retract it is this. You, McDonald, you got 6 children. When was the last time Costa came on air and insulted women and called a woman that Mo Ali disrespected, impregnated, and told to go and take out the bed? When was the last time you, McDonald, called on a show and tell him to stop that nonsense? You got children, you got daughters. When was the last time you did that? You sat quietly, you said nothing, you did nothing, you support him, you enable a behavior, and you come and tell me to retract statement. I'm not retracting it. I stand by what I said. I will stand by it until some of you can stand up to this bully and tell him to cut this crap out because you got children and you will not want other people's children to be treated that way. You are a father. Listen, you spoke out. Listen, please. Please. Some of you must be called out because you will not come and tell us what to do here, especially me. Nobody drinks and smoke before they come on the show. We come here because we want to address the issue that concerns Liberia. You sit there. Some of you people are to do people. You have your own finances or whatever it is. You enable this young man to disrespect everybody in the nation. He comes around, curses people, dishonor our women and our sisters, dishonor the politics in our country, switches around here. Today, he will CDC collects money from there. Tomorrow, he comes to the opposition. Inconsistent. And you come and tell me to retract statement? When was the last time you told Costa to retract his statement? I'm not retracting anything.
All right, let me see something.
Please answer my question.
Let me say something. Let me say something. Huh?
Answer my question. You met them.
First of all, you said Costa insulted a little girl.
Yes.
But after you said what he did.
Yes.
No, first of all, the first thing. So the one your child got a little girl in first correction, okay?
So you agree for the insult?
1 year of age. I'm coming. Let me learn. When you're 1 year of age, and they're having that you are friendly for the man, and the man will take a pregnancy, you have to make a good decision, okay?
Okay.
I'm not saying that Costa is good. We all have our boss. I say you have a boss. Still, you have your boss. We all have our boss. You don't know what happens behind the scene. Not every contract say we support. Okay? Not every say we support. Okay? So I want to just take out into consideration.
Okay, so why you call us behind the scene? Why you not call us behind the scene? Why you not call us behind the scene to tell the retrial statement? Since you can talk to Costa behind the scene, what? Listen. No, I will hold you there. No, listen, I will hold you. I will not let you slap. No, listen, no. Your cost. Listen, some of you costacicians need to be put. We're holding near you. Why you never call us behind the scene? Since you can advise Costa behind the scene, why you not advise us behind the scene? Why?
I just said you don't know what happened behind the scene.
That's why I say why you not advise us behind the scene now? Why you have to come in public to advise us?
I really advise you behind the scene.
I mean, I'm not retracting that, man. You got thing.
Okay, I agree. I understand, no problem. We all have our way.
Yep.
I want to ask you one last question.
Please.
Has Costa done anything good for Liberia before?
You tell me, apart from extorting Liberia. You tell me. Everything that Costa. Listen. I don't know. Apart from stealing, I don't want to know. Apart from extorting people, creating confusion and chaos in the country.
We have our sisters. Our sisters, they are in Oman. Through Costa, we are able to bring more things from Oman to bring all the Liberia. Is that bring for Liberia?
You are very interesting.
Is that good? Is that doing good for Liberia?
You are very interesting. You are very interesting guy.
Is that good? Is that in the positive direction or not? Is that good? No, see, don't laugh. Is that good for Liberia? Our sister in Oman are struggling, dying. On a serious, he tries for all the things for them to Liberia. Is that a good thing or bad thing? Yes or no?
Well, good is relative. If you claim it as good, I will say good is relative.
I didn't benefit, but you don't want to say that when it's a good thing. You guys,
No, but I said good is relative.
Good thing I contact you. The only on the bloody, on the also the body. Wow, negative, brother.
Okay.
All our negative. Okay, thank you, man. Thank you, brother. Take care of Nazi.
Yes, thank you, no problem. So when these constitutions then come and they want to justify and tell you what to do, but they're punks, they can't tell Costa what to do. They'll go behind the wall and say, oh, you know nothing happened behind closed. Then why you advise me behind closed to do? Why you gotta advise me in public? I will retract anything I say. I don't retract in fine. In fact, I will repeat it. Those of you who still enable this behavior with Costa, those of you who still support Costa and so-called talk to him behind closed door, you are fools. I say it. You are fools. I say it, and I stand by that.
Okay.
We're not here for that.
Let me say this. Let me say this. McDonough Nyakwe, I like your brother. You are one of those consistent follower of this platform, and we appreciate that. The problem I have with you and many of the supporters of Costa is the fact that some of you grown men and women will support and accept anything that comes from Costa without asking a question. But when other people try to question or investigate, even to find out the truth about some of the statements and behavior of Costa, then all of you go amok. That has been a problem. So many people don't take you guys seriously. Because for a good friend, if somebody is misbehaving, somebody is insulting older people, women, or somebody that can even keep friends. As a matter of fact, majority of people who are friends to Costa are people that he controls. Anybody that think better than him, anybody that is smarter than him, or even at the equal level, he doesn't keep those friendships. Anybody who knows better, he doesn't keep them. That's why many of the people that say, many people have said that people that follow and listen to Costa, people that really follow and listen to Costa, that he's smarter than 80% of them. So if you fall in that category, that means you're one of those people that we consider people with opinion brains. Because if you cannot distinguish between wrong and right, if you cannot differentiate a lie and the truth, if you can see the bad about this person, you only see everything about this person is good, that means you have a problem. Everything we have said here, are you not aware that Costa was every day on radio insulting Alexander Cummings for the CPP to be destroyed? Are you not aware that Costa was the one that said that we have to leave the CPP? The best way to move forward is to destroy the CPP. Let everybody go their way. Are you not aware of that? Are you not aware of this guy insulting everybody? Are you not aware of this guy being on record in so many occasions, admitting to extorting money from people? Are you not aware of that? So if you blind yourself to all of those things, I think I have to say it did not happen, then you have a problem. Nobody hate Costa. Nobody here lying on Costa. Some of these people that can come here and with fake name to insult, you know what they want to do it for? They like it. They want us to discuss Costa more. They even want us to say bad things about Costa, but we're not going to do that. We're just being honest. We're telling the truth. And if any of Costa's behavior, any of his behavior gave room to destroying our country, we will not let that pass. We will talk about it. We will call him out. I've never seen any of you hypocrites taking upon yourself to have the courage, the audacity to call him out. To say, hey, Costa, we like the politics, we follow you, we love you, but don't be insulting people. If they refuse to give him money, CDC they will be insulting the president every day. If they give him small money, he'll shut up. They turn the bazooka to the opposition. What kind of human being is that? So now he's doing it now until everybody knows now that he's fake. Even when he come on the show, he will go and pay for view. He say, let everyone 1,000 before I start talking. They're not human being there. Those are fake stuff. We all know. Anybody can do that. But what will you gain doing that? Nothing. This guy has no real followers. Besides the Opojo that the people and give it to him. The guy got every good person, every intelligent human being in Liberia, especially political figure, the one that can openly. That's why a lot of people even found problem with JNB. Any intelligent person, smart person, don't want to associate Costa publicly. They want to hide behind Costa's rudeness to use him to insult or disrespect their opponents. Even CDC not identifying Costa publicly. They're using him. They're using McGill to use him, to give him money. So some of you who are following this guy, you don't have the courage to tell the man, no, this is wrong. You can't do this. You never done that. That's why everybody put you guys in the same box. Until you can have the courage. To be honest with you, when I say the people, I don't worry about those little Opojo, the one that got nothing to do with their money. I'm talking about them. But grown men, people that are well educated, but some of them think they can only have fame or recognition when they identify with Costa. So because of that, they will accept anything that comes from him. If you want to be taken seriously, have the courage. Discourage this guy from disrespecting people. Tell him not to be insulting people he disagree with. Tell him to learn how to keep friendship. Tell him to be a leader that you want him to be. Then people respect you. But if you are following and supporting one stupid little boy, they got no sense of direction, that knows nothing, who not run his mouth, then you say, Costa, I've done something for Liberia. What thing? No, what thing? Come and tell me.
What, Mr. Canelo, just before I bring this caller in.
I have another caller here.
Yeah, just before I bring the caller in, the so-called money that is being collected for to bring the girls in from Omar, whatever it is. First of all, by right, it's supposed to be a government initiative or whatever it is. However, given a citizen wants to do that, like your own money taken from a packet to bring them from Omar, like your money taken from a packet, I'll go sit down somewhere, man. Nobody's too big yet. Let's bring the other caller. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Sorry, I kept you on hold.
Man, this was a little more. I usually calling from the Twin Cities, man.
Yeah, Cyrus, my man. What you going on, my man?
Hey, I've been following the show. You see, politics is politics makes bad fellas. So you cannot be too emotional in politics. With the whole Costa and the conversation, the two things I'm taking into consideration is proximity and influence. Well, the man told us that he and Cummings never had anything, any rift between the two. So if he's the one extending olive burns, I don't know which kind of olive burn is that, because first of all, there was no bad blood between you two. Let you claim. You see, when somebody is self-destructive, you got to let them to self-destruct. And the whole idea of bringing Costa on board is an election. You want to win, you will play politics, but there are certain things you stand for principle. This guy has single-handedly destroyed the CPP, whether you like it or not. The reason people cannot come to terms with reality, because like I keep telling Liberian politics, everybody got their own voice in the race. If you look at the whole composition of the CPP was formed to be like the anti-establishment movement towards the CDC. But how did we arrive at CDC? It was because of the Unity Party. And people thought it was that the only way we could come against the CDC was to form this coalition. The CPP marks, like I keep saying, it marks the flaws of the Unity Party. It gave the opposition a life so that it can cover the weaknesses of the former ruling party. If you got a guy and his political leader who came and became part of the CPP, but he instigated
come up with some nonsense. And people read those documents. They knew there was nothing, there was no dead there. But like I said, it was politics as usual. So even the so-called ones that call themselves educated, they read a document that was written in simple, in plain English, 26 pages that even a kid could read. Understand? They still pointing the stupidity that the document was finger. It was done criminally and maliciously, knowing fully well that was not the case. So if you look at yourself, if the CPP is the only vehicle we use to go against the CDC, and you got people within the same CPP that are there to destroy the coalition, then which team are they playing on? Come on, even a 6-year-old can figure out which team better than Nigeria Costa is playing for. They just cover. You know they are for CDC. They are not for the opposition. That's what they are there for. You look at the entire, like I said, you look at the entire composition of the CPP. You look at it. You look at the objective of the CPP and what they are trying to achieve. And you got two guys there. You look at a man who had UN embargo that couldn't even read his own document. All of a sudden, by some magical means, he was able to detect or discrepancies within the CPP framework. How do you think that happened? No, it was play. It was cocoa. That was a way of destroying the CPP. So I don't know what's happening behind the scenes. Like some people want to clip on it, suggest. I just cannot understand the logic, because one thing I know that Costa is a born loser. Just because you have social media influence doesn't translate into what the other colors said. This man is a pathetic loser from Liberia to America. Anybody in those, that person is a sure loser. So if another company have been following the trend, I mean the events of things and the trends, I don't know why you want to bring this guy on board knowing your history. But like I said, it's politics. We'll just sit back and watch and see what happens. Because like I said, sometimes it's not about winning, it's about the principle.
Yep.
And drawing the line is saying that you don't just stand for anything. This guy, like I said, the reason, there was never a time I can remember there was any transaction between Lieutenant Cummings and Costa that will bring this kind of a bad blood between the two. Costa believed Lieutenant Cummings got resources and he commands followers in Liberian politics. He's a big dog. So he's entitled. He want to be on a retainer. That's saying he can influence politics. That Cummings should be the one to give him money all the time. Hey, if you cannot give him money, guess what? He's going to come after you. That's what he's been doing. Because if I ask anybody, even the constitution, if you ask them why brought this break between Lieutenant Cummings and Costa, there was never, none exist. So the only logical complaint come to is that Cummings got money to spend in politics. Costa got radio. He got a group of followers that believe in him. He can move the ball in politics. So Cummings is entitled to give Costa money all the time. So if Cummings get that sugar financially to keep you on a retainer, then he must destroy Cummings. And don't forget, he might be a pathetic loser. He's not capable of making you to win, but he can cause you to lose. That's the game he's playing. He can destroy you. And we saw it with the CPP. So, like I said, a lot of Cummings, how you play, how you navigate this whole so-called olive branch. I don't know if it's an olive branch, anyway, because if somebody did you wrong,
yeah,
I think just misuse of word, misuse of phrase. You know,
yeah.
Call an olive branch. If somebody wrong you, do something bad to you, and you decide to forgive them,
That's an olive branch.
Turn an olive branch to that person. But you're the one that rudely and disrespectfully, attack the man on a daily basis. Then you talking about olive branch.
That tells you the mindset that first of all, this man is not serious or he's calculative.
Yeah.
That's disrespectful, sir.
No, honestly speaking, on a serious note, this guy should not be around anything that got to do with CPP.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If anybody in the CPP try to encourage this, then that person is the enemy of the people.
Yeah.
Enemy of the people.
Sometimes I don't like to be attacked on this important, but this is why I question a guy like Joseph Parker, the intelligence and the whole thing that he got wisdom in politics. If you can sit in like being in politics for more than 4 decades, former vice president for 12, if you can sit there and allow a guy like Costa to bamboozle you right in, you still understand where they keep the CPP. I don't know what you guys are up to. I don't know.
Small minded people.
Even though George guy is almost like a lame dog, he still got a chance next year in an election. Because people who are supposed to go better, they think like kids, they can't even put their act together. How do you keep this man around if this man is there to single-handedly destroy the CPP? So how can he be an ally to a political leader within the CPP? I don't get it. But like I said, it's all about power. It's all about what they can get for themselves. So if there is another Cummings claim to be the clean hand who come with this whole different perspective of politics and you want to do something different, then you must live up to that standard. You must live up to the reputation.
Yeah. So basically, what's happening? There are emissaries, there are friends, and associate of Costa that are close to Cummings that's trying to influence this conversation and bring it. But like I said, I like what Chairman Musa Belide said yesterday. Like, and I agree with you 100%. Sometimes in life you must stand for principle. Some people you don't want to deal with them. Keep the mutual friendship or the socialization. What's up? You keep it moving. Don't bring them close to you. Don't bring them close to you.
For me, the comments now, you see some people, they are not brave enough to tell the political leaders stuff to look in their face and tell them.
Exactly.
I will not call you, Steve.
Like I said, up to now, one of the questions I keep asking people in the ANC, what were the political incentive for being part of the CPP? And up to now, not a single person will be able to tell you why we joined the CPP and the reason behind joining the CPP. No. But like I said, like Brainport, every time they want to cover up things because they don't have the balls to start a political leader. Because if you could have said clean hands, you coming from Coca-Cola, coming from Water National Corporation, you're talking about $250 billion gap at an executive level. You understand, Brandon? How do you come and say you clean hands at the end of the day, you incorporate people who with this kind of a shady character? I'm yet to get it. You can
and Brazilian Monk, before you go, let me say this, right?
Why are you trying to achieve? How do you define politics? You tell me you incorporate on Gala Costa again? Are you kidding me? Come on, man. I understand the politics. You cannot just cross the line. There are certain boundaries and limits you just cannot cross. And where is the whole argument of being clean? Where's the moral argument here?
Exactly. Go ahead, Mr. Kenneth.
Sorry, you can hear me?
I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Okay, listen to this. This guy, to tell you that he is a professional blackmailer and a crook and a fraudster, this guy who is just elected at the chairmanship of the Unity Party, he was there yesterday threatening, directly or indirectly, saying that I'm watching you with the eagle eye. I'm watching you with the eagle eye. You want to take control of that person again. You want to get close to that person by threatening to bully the guy. He said, I'm watching this person with the eagle eye. This man, nobody know him. This man is this man is that. So now, he said, he has been reached out to by the people to organize a conversation between him and that guy. Can you imagine? The man who is just elected, he already started threatening that man because he want to control him. This guy came out publicly and said that he don't rejuvenate the spirit of JNB ambition to run for president. So he still want to control the new person or new people that are elected now so that they can think that without him, they are nothing, they can be.
Exactly.
So he's trying to put it on. So now I think they are falling for it. Now they have organized, he said, they have organized a meeting or conversation, a call between you and he and that person. They are giving this guy some kind of like imaginary value or importance that you don't deserve. I just want to throw that out there to get your view on it before you go.
But yeah, the thing, Sekou, if they may reach with the Joseph Boga campaign for 2023, and Amin Moda happens to be his ally within the Unity Party, because as far as I'm concerned, almost like Costa, at a certain point a few months ago, almost like he was the de facto leader of the Unity Party. So if Joseph Boga is going to fall for that nonsense, and this man commits such an influence, how can Amin Moda and Mo Ali today, they are losers within the Unity Party? I'm not even talking about in the secret, but just within the Unity Party. So like I said, it was the CPP that will rejuvenate or even give Unity Party the slightest chance or an opportunity for regaining power. But if this guy is there to destroy the CPP, then it means he can only be a player of the CDC. So maybe this Olive Branch thing is a reverse engineering strategy to make it to seem like he extended your branch to come in, but in fact, he's looking for a reason as to why he must support CDC. Because he knows them, but at the end of the day,
and what can really hurt me is that
I tried to reach out to them and they didn't reach out to me.
That is the prerequisite for him to support the CDC. He's been looking for an alibi. This guy has
and let me tell you something. This guy, the thing that can really get to me is that
he's being smart.
This guy will create this will create
one thing I know for sure. He's not like, you know, you can read all his full press.
Hold on, Segu.
Let me say one last thing because I think this is Mr. Maulu. I have a last caller here. So this guy here will create some sense of like false equivalency, trying to make it like he's kind of trying to equate himself to the level of Cummings and other relevant political leaders, thinking that those his opportunities that are following him are equal to the supporters and partisans of those of other political parties. So those people, he's using them. But anyway, Lofa Julia, congratulations. Me, I don't even know about the games. I don't know who won the game. I just saying it. I just hearing about it. Congratulations to Lone Star. But
Labra 1-2-1, but I don't think the Senegalese actually had a comfortable lead in game 1, so they knew that they were going to qualify. I don't think they took that game seriously because you can't come on the road and win 3-1 and then go and end up losing 2-1. They play for a stronger team like Senegal. So maybe they play
better this time around.
No, they knew they were qualified. Labra putting over 10 or 3-0 deficit on the road, so they knew they were going to qualify at the end of the day. I mean, so what's the day? It was just a beauty contest. It was not that important for them. But anyway, God, thanks for the time. Let me let people call in. I'm still listening to the show.
All right. Let me tell the person. It'll be the last caller. I think that's Mr. Maolo, I believe.
Yes, please.
That will be the last caller. Mr. Maolo, since you'll be on hold forever, we'll give you 2 minutes.
Yeah, all right. Thank you. Good afternoon to all of you. Listen, Steve, if you watch the tone of play right now politically, it seems like everybody who tried to find some attention calls Alexander Cummings.
Yeah.
I guess it draws attention to them. So they start to say something that got nothing to do with the man, and all of a sudden his name is in the middle of it. They're not cussing him, they're criticizing something. Another guy on one show last night said the man was born in South Africa. I said, damn, the man is Zulu. They do anything for notice. And as far as that Costa man, you can be assured, I don't care who in ANC loves him, the Costa man. Costa not going nowhere in the ANC or CPP. As long as Musa Hassan Belete is the chairman of this campaign, Costa not coming close to nothing. The brother now, anybody in the circle, they're not getting close to it. Any member of the CPP can rest assured and go to sleep. It's not going to happen. You see, they can play that thing with the fools who follow them, like Steve call them. Because they say you can let somebody fool you one time, but when you let them continuously fool you, they're not wrong, you stupid.
Yeah.
And that's what he has done, and he has become comfortable with that. You lie to the same people over and over, and they still believe you. That means they refuse to think for themselves.
Yeah, but Mr. Maolo, I listened to this guy telling his supporters, hey, yeah, believe me, hey, anything I say, you agree. Hey, want to support anybody, you support the person. Yeah, everybody will agree. I say, yeah, you put your tongue up. Yeah, I support anybody. So, and he knows that they are fools. He knows that they are stupid, and he uses them on a daily basis. And when you try to question his hypocrisy, his lies, his fraudulent behavior, then they will come to insult you. They think that he is their God. This is so disheartening.
The people can call the man show, and the same group of people, they call it show every morning. Only monster.
Yeah.
Only leader. I said, they didn't even work at Hitler.
So many people got mental problem. Seriously.
But that's a major problem in Nigeria.
Yeah, so many people got serious mental problem. I'm telling you the truth. But anyway, thank you very much, Mr. Maolo.
This guy have come to believe that he's important. And he feels that way because people keep on talking about him. The man you know, besides getting gossip that he used to get from the same government official, the same McGill and think they will feed him stuff and he come and make big noise about it. When they have problems, he didn't have nothing to say.
Yeah.
What more should happen for Liberian people to understand that this guy, only history he has is blackmailing people.
Yeah.
Blackmailing. This man is a street hustler, and that's all he would do. Right now, he trying to simmer. You see, he talking softly now. Yeah, I heard that he trying to run for representative. Now, I don't know who started screaming a ladder from the top. The man ran for senator. He didn't get 1%. Then he coming out to run for representative.
No. He ran for representative before. I think he got, I don't know, 300 votes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I hear he wants to run again. So all this political politeness now because he trying to make the people forget about his rudeness, and he want to go under the CPP cover.
Yeah.
He's not getting it.
What kind of
He
CPP?
can run the show.
Let me go on the Benina Ure family party, you know,
exactly.
cover.
They're so popular.
Yeah.
Everybody know them. They've been there forever. Form your own damn party and go.
My brother, thank you, man. Thank you. We got to leave it there. Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
Steve.
Well, I think we can call it a day now.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being on. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. And like I said earlier on, no disrespect to anybody, but I don't take back what I say here, especially when they're the facts or the truth. So, because I see y'all can go make show, you won't get mad, you can go jump in the sky, you come back, I don't get any problem with you. I will say as it is. You continue to support Costa and the evil that he's doing and the wrong that he's doing, and you are knowing about it, knowingly, you're a fool. Simple. That's what I'll say. Simple.
Yeah, but I mean, you're right. I mean, we have said this before, and we will continue to say it. If you cannot stop behaving like a fool, if your action, the way you walk, what they say if you continue to behave like a fool, we will call you a fool. If you have no sense of your own, but follow somebody who you know is a liar, somebody who you know is a fraudster, somebody who you know is a bully, but you follow that person and believe everything that person tells you, then something is not right up there. That's just the truth. Costa, all he does when he gets angry, or you want to get under your skin, or you want to bully you, you always go there and insult you. He provides no information. He will go and create fake stories, lie, fabrication. When you run out of story, you will go and talk about how you can approach the president and girlfriend wearing, or the president wife wearing, taking around the shoe, the watch, the shoe on the president is wearing. You think the president should go buy his shoe from Watersa? What kind of stupid little thing there? And they will fall for that. Oh, we had that role. Irrelevant stuff.
Yeah.
That tells you the kind of mentality they have.
But ain't all of them been passing around saying this other person using the F word on the document, where they come from, and they regurgitating the same thing he says. When you listen to some of them on these different talk show or platforms, guess what they do? They state exactly. They wake up 4 o'clock. How can you wake up 4 o'clock in the morning for somebody to infuse foolishness in your head and you run with it all day? You don't even do your own investigation. Who does that? Who does that? He lied the other time. You were almost ability, right? Okay, fine. This has not gone anywhere.
Okay. Steve, thank you. How many of them have asked questions? Okay, Costa, you said, what did he? Interpol people in Liberia. What happened to him? How many of them have asked that question? All those hypocrite and stupid followers there. How many of them have had the audacity to ask Costa, what happened to the Interpol people that you said they were in Liberia? Where are they?
Yeah, where are they
in that case? Why is it that Musa Abelete is not yet being arrested? But you don't even have that courage. They won't bother to take you seriously.
When we say you didn't say you hate it, man. Hate who? Who's saying the truth? Yeah. the truth of the matter is we got to open our eyes. You can't allow grown people, somebody like that kind of public here and can fool everybody. That everybody's going to play games with or lie to.
Yeah.
Oh, come on now. Then we'll say they all get vexed.
Yeah,
okay, then but we're not saying that to somebody can lie to all of us. No. If it works for you, it doesn't work for us.
Yeah.
Every day is a new story. Every day someone a new life. When
Lie.
they say wrong. So
And the thing that make them really stupid, they know it's a lie. And they will come in the public space and act like it's truth. Even they themselves know that, you know, they are lying. They know that they got lied to them. But they will come and act like it's truth. Simply because they will think that, okay, this is political expedience. This one will play well for our candidate. You people are a bunch of stupid ignoramus.
Well, thank you, Mr. Cannon. We'll call it a day.
Yeah.
Let me go over a friend there. I mean, I want to love my friend.
Lump